now that I had to go for college, I now had to stay in Riz, and it was in a different city, so it was a learning experience for me. Like, I had to be responsible for a lot of things. I had to manage my time, I had to manage my freedom, I need to manage my finances, I needed to even manage my academic performance. So basically, I'm going to talk about all the aspects of it.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Elizabeth Marisa. How are you doing? I am great, thank you. So if you're new to this channel, welcome to the family, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your loyalty. So today I am here to talk about the challenges that I first studying college, and basically like the challenges that people first starting college or varsity, and the things that they don't tell you, like they don't pre-warn you about. So for me, starting university was a bit eye-opening for me because I really had no exposure of the world. Like I always say, like I grew up in a very strong Christian background, and church is all I knew. But then going to university, you're now starting to see how the real world is like and how it operates, kind of thing. So yeah, I had never been a boarder my whole life. That's the other thing. I was kind of like the protected child, and the fact that I was also a girl child wasn't helping. So yes, I was very protected, and now that I had to go for college, I now had to stay in Riz, and it was in a different city, so it was a learning experience for me. Like, I had to be responsible for a lot of things. I had to manage my time, I had to manage my freedom, I need to manage my finances, I needed to even manage my academic performance. So basically, I'm going to talk about all the aspects of it. Firstly, let's just start with the challenge of being a Christian girl in varsity or college. So that was me right there. I'm now starting to see, okay, this is how the world operates. Like, people are not so kind out there. Not everyone is God's child. We are all God's people, but not everyone is a child of God. So, people just do things anyhow, and then they don't care, and people go out clubbing, go out partying. People are just dating and getting in relationships that are not serious situationships, and they're even comfortable and know about it. They date a whole lot of people at the same time. It is just like so much for your Christian mental health, really. So it was like eye-opening for me, and I had to start now to start to digest everything and be like, okay, I need keep up with being the person that I am. I was like before I came to this place. So that was like the main struggle that I faced, and it actually comes into the aspect of social life, like the struggle to fit in, because I'm this Christian girl who's got this Christian values, and I've got these things that I don't do that others do, and it's just a battle of fitting in, trying to fit in. And at some point, I actually was a friend with someone who was toxic to me, because yes, they were Christian, and they would talk about God. They actually would go to church, and they actually had studied theology at some point in their life, but then the life that they lived was totally different from what they said they were, and what they said they believed in. So having those kind of people around you try to, like, it's really toxic for you, because they might try to pull you in their direction. And at that time, my spiritual life wasn't strong, honestly, because it was just shaky, because I was going through this phase of life of meeting the real world. And yeah, it was either me pulled to their side or ending the friendship. So I think I made a conscious decision, very wise one, that I need to distance myself from this person before I also become them, because I slowly was like being lured into the things, you know. So yeah, that's like the greatest struggle that I had. And then managing freedom. Remember, you're now in this place, there's no parent there's no one to tell you that you need to come back in at this time. And of course we had like our curfews in the hostel, which was like 10, was it 10 p.m? I think it was, yeah, 10 p.m. And I really didn't struggle with managing my freedom, really. I just thank God, because I wasn't like the party person or the clubbing person who would actually feel the need to be going out with other people and have to sneak in back and stuff like that. I did not have to face that. But then, yeah, it just needs you to be someone who is very, very disciplined, because you're now in your, like, in your own world, you're now responsible for your own life, and anything that happens from there is not up to you. So you need to manage your freedom, know that you have this freedom, but be responsible enough to know what to do with that freedom. And then the next point I want to talk about is time management. I did not struggle with time management because of the people that I surrounded myself with. Most of the friends that I had are like people who are focused, people who are brain smart, and people who like really value education. So I never struggled with time management, and they're like people who would push me to actually, you know, do things on time, hand in assignments on time, and actually be at lectures on time. I personally, I know that one of my weaknesses is time management, but I'm just grateful for the people that I had around me, especially my roommate. One of my roommates, she is an early bird. Like, she would actually go to class like 6:30. She's already in class, so she's like that person who would actually push me, okay, hey, time to go to school, kind of thing. And yeah, it actually helped me to grow with my time management. And then the next point that I want to talk about is academic struggle. Okay, varsity is different from high school. The modules are now different. Even the lecturers, they don't like spoon feed you like the way that you were in high school. Now you need to put like in that extra effort. You need to study on your own. So if you do not do that, sometimes you really struggle. But for me, yes, it was a struggle because it's a transition. But then, like I said, the people that were around me are people who are focused. So yes, we would focus on school, and yeah, but then it was still a struggle because I was doing 10 modules, and 10 modules, and I had to do like the 10 modules in 1 year. And if you would fail one module, you would rewrite, and if you failed 3 modules, you would do a recourse, like start the course again. So it was so much pressure, and for someone who has just started in their first year, you already have this pressure that you cannot fail even one module. So it was just so much for me. And also the other aspect is that we're learning French, and learning a language is something that is very difficult. It is difficult. You're learning something that is not part of your daily life. It's different from learning Shona or learning Debele or English, because it's something that is like spoken and practiced with the people that are around you. But then with French, it was different. It's a language that you actually had to learn by the book and not practically. So it was quite challenging. And if you failed that French, it meant that you needed to rewrite. So yeah, that was the other struggle. And then financial struggles. I'm just grateful I did not really struggle financially, in the aspect that if I needed anything, I would just ask from home. And also I would actually get my monthly tax, like groceries, snacks, and stuff like that. My dad would just send them from Botswana, so I really didn't have the need to like use money. And another thing about me, I am a minimalist, and I'm not a clothes person, I'm not a shoe person. So I didn't really feel the need to have money to be buying clothes like other university student would do. And also the other thing is we wear uniforms in our line of industry, so we didn't have to wear clothes, to always buy clothes in order to fit in and stuff like that. So yeah, that was like -1 problem for me. So generally the pocket money that I would be given was enough for the things that I needed to buy, and generally the things that I needed were like skincare. That's one thing that I'm obsessed with. I'm obsessed with skincare, so I'll just buy my skincare and then stationery or printing assignments and stuff like that. Yes, and then basically I think I have said everything. So if you have anything that you think is a struggle that people face in university, besides social life, fitting in, being a Christian and Christian values, financial struggles, academic struggles, time management, freedom management, just put them down in the comment section so that everyone else can benefit from it, because there are actually people who haven't like gone to university yet and they want to know how it is like being there. They need to be prepared for it before they actually get into it. So I'm actually thinking of bringing a guest here who is going to give us an experience of studying abroad. She's someone who studied abroad, and I once talked about this, and I think she would be interested to come on board. So I think we're gonna like have a discussion so that she can also tell us about her experience of studying abroad and everything that she faced that side. So yeah, basically that is it from me today. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you haven't subscribe to my channel, I don't know what you're still doing. If you have watched like 3 videos from my channel and you haven't subscribed, I think you need to put your act together and do the right thing. Okay, so yeah, and also feel free to comment, like, share this video. Thank you so much, and ciao ciao.